Well, hello there. We're joined today here by a friend of mine. His name is Arar Ahmad, and he's going to be talking to us and sharing with us a couple of different tips about health and fitness. Something we can implement in our life to motivate ourselves to have a healthier, more productive, more well-balanced life. Okay, so a couple of things that will help us out to motivate us, to motivate the viewers here. Maybe it'll help you out. Let's go on with this. Tell me, Rar, you're looking pretty decent there.
Yeah, thank you.
How long have you been working out for?
Well, I've been working out off and on for quite a while now, but only recently have I actually paid attention to my nutritional intake and what supplements I take and things like that. So only since beginning of this year have I actually got more serious about it.
Longer than me. Now, what was your motivation in the beginning? What was your motivation basically
Well, my motivation,
to
I mean,
work out?
it's just I'm not like some superhuman guy that has some crazy motivational factors behind me working out. It's just like anybody else. I just want to look lean and I want to look, like GI Joe. No, I was kidding. I want to look like He-Man actually. No, I just want to be healthy. I don't want to be scrawny and small and I'm not a very tall person at all. I'm short. I'm 5'5", 5'6", and I don't want to be that short and skinny guy, but I don't want to be a meathead either. But so my motivation was behind it just to be stronger and have more strength, and just to be a little bigger in size and to be lean. That was
Well, that's
my
a good
original
reason.
motivation. But you have to be motivated, but you have to actually do it too.
It seems like you've made quite a few sacrifices to get to where you are right now. People would be wondering, that's a little crazy,
Well, I mean,
isn't it?
it's not.
It's a
I don't
little
think it's really
to
crazy. I
give
mean,
up
it's just I'm
the
giving up,
things you
bad
like,
food.
the different foods that you like. You said you like pizza a lot. How does that work?
A pizza is not the healthiest choice to eat. I mean, sure, when you're like in high school or early years of college, you can get away with eating pizza for breakfast, lunch, and dinner for a few months, but that'll totally add on the pounds, and it's just not very healthy. And yeah, I like pizza. That's my weakness, and I'll instead of going to like Pizza Hut or Domino's or whatever pizza place I used to like, I go to I try to make a healthier choice now. Instead of that bad pizza I used to have, I go to like Henry's or Trader Joe's and get their gourmet pizza that I put in the oven myself. They're usually much smaller than a regular. They're like a small size pizza for two people, and you can't really overeat unless you eat the whole thing. But I tend to have it a little earlier. Maybe once a month I'll have that pizza, and it has maybe like 300 calories, the whole thing compared to,
Interesting.
well, one serving, which there's four servings in those pizzas. So
It's
I'll
not
have two
even
servings.
on.
So that's what 600 calories compared to if I have if I me and my friend get a large pizza and we each have half of it and a bag of chips and some soda, that is at least 2,000 calories right there. That's a big difference. And usually it's really late at night when you're eating the pizza, so it makes a difference in when, what time, and what you eat. But yeah, I have made sacrifices,
Ah,
not eating junk food and not eating soda pop, and cutting the sugar out. But your body gets used to it, and once you see the physical changes, then you get more motivated to not eat that stuff ever again, and you kind of change your whole lifestyle and everything around what you eat, changes. So it's something you get used to in a month, so it's not really crazy. I think it's crazy to be eating that bad stuff. That's crazy.
well, what advice can you give the average person that's not that has been in the gym but isn't really seeing any results? What different methods are there to improve? Hmm.
Well, what advice can I give
for someone that is
to
getting
people
back in the gym, that wants to
in
start
the methods
working
I
out
worked out?
and eventually be in your situation?
Well, I mean, it's just it's not anything that's very hard to follow. I just say be consistent in your working out and kind of change the way you eat. You know, I mean, drink more water. You know, in America, in Americans in general, us Americans in general tend not to drink too much water. You know, I mean, uh, I carry around a gallon of water. I mean, you'll see me wherever I am. I have a gallon of water. If it's in my car
Hey.
or I'm at work, I have it with me. When I go to the gym, I carry that same gallon. So in the morning, I fill it up. You know, I have like filtered water, fill it up, and by the end of the day, by the time I'm going to sleep, it's empty. So that's when I know I drank the right amount of water. But sometimes, you know, there's days where I'll drink half of it. But the fact is, I'm keeping myself hydrated. I tend to eat breakfast in the morning, and you have to have a lunch and a small dinner. And when you implement things like that, even you'll see a difference, especially if someone that wasn't used to eating healthy or being healthy. So it makes a huge difference. Even something like drinking water, substituting your soda for water. You know, that's a big improvement on with a lot of people. And then you just it's kind of like a trickling effect where you see a little difference, and then you're like, well, what if I eat better? Then I'll see a bigger difference, and then you put all those factors together, and then you live a healthier lifestyle. So that's one method that I can think of. You know, just kind of start slow. Don't do all the things at once, because then you won't sustain it. It's not sustainable. So just start off slow and be consistent with it, and build on that.
And what was that?
And that's the advice I can give. I mean, everyone is different, and you can base it on your own willpower, motivation, what you want to call it.
So no more McDonald's, no more fast food, no more outside food. I had a question here. What different supplements do you recommend for the beginner? For someone that is getting back in the gym, that wants to start working out and eventually be in your situation?
I personally take, like I said, protein. I take glutamine. It's for after workout, muscle recovery. I take my branch chain amino acids, which is vital to muscle growth and recovery. The amino acids get replenished to your system. I take, like I said, a post-workout high calorie, high carb drink that will replenish my muscles with protein and the different amino acids in a timely manner, because after you work out, you should have some kind of recovery drink within 30 to 40 minutes. I don't do anything like really crazy, no testosterone boosters, no steroids. Everything that I have tends to be natural, like whey or natural protein
now, what
from
if
egg whites.
somebody can't really afford those kinds of supplements and those different proteins and glutamine and creatine and whatnot? What if they can't really afford that right now? What can they do to supplement?
If someone really wanted
things?
to have supplements, they can cut down on their maybe going out to the movies. Every weekend they might go to a movie. That's $10. That's $40 a month they can save right there and get a protein shake. And maybe instead of buying 7 jeans, they can go to Target and get jeans for $25 instead of paying $100 for jeans. I mean, there you go. You saved saved $80 right there. You can go to get tuna fish. I used to live off tuna fish, and I'm thinking about going back to it because that got me really lean. And it's low in fat, and it's perfect. It's a perfect food.
Well, that makes sense.
And also fish, you can find things on
I
sale.
suppose.
So there's really no excuse for that.
Well, there you have it, folks. I hope that helped out a little bit. And
Well, thank you for having me, and
do
my pleasure.
implement what this man says. He has been through it, and he's definitely well aware of the different obstacles and different problems that may arise. So please, you can post comments, you can ask questions to Aurora, and he'll be very, very delighted to help you out, free of cost, of course.